Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Lips are
the toes of the face.
Good morning, Night Vale. Hello, everybody. It's me, two-time Super Bowl champion, Hal Lublin.
It's me, zero-time champion of anything, Meg.
And it's me, the champion of your heart, Symphony Sanders. And we are here to talk to you about our favorite podcast, your favorite podcast. Welcome to Night Vale. We painstakingly go through each and every episode to bring you the journalistic truth. That is our opinion.
We do.
Because we're experts, truly. I mean, we're experts on this show, our friends. So why not listen to us tell you about it, huh? Today is Monday, February 10th at 9:56 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And today we're talking about episode 176 of Welcome to Night Vale, the Autumn Specter, the description of which is, it's the perfect time of year for getting candy, telling spooky stories, and fearing a soul-reaping, malevolent spirit.
Let's talk about it.
Ooh. This episode came out October 15th of the year 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Good times were happening for everyone.
Lockdown Halloween, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That Halloween, I was dressed as Wednesday Addams because my friend had a outdoor Halloween party. And as you can imagine here in Chicago, it was kind of cold. But it was a great party nonetheless. And I thought Wednesday Addams was an appropriate costume that you could wear outside. You know what I mean? Because you could put on like fleece lined leggings under your little skirt. And it's basically like a sweater with a shirt underneath it and pigtails.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Halloween. Do you guys like Halloween?
Oh my gosh, do I love Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween's the best. Yeah, we go hard in our family. We have lots of outdoor decorations. We wear costumes. We get excited about Halloween September 1st and take trips to the store, the spirit of Halloween, to acquire more goods for our home.
Excellent.
Yeah. The spirit of Halloween lives inside of us.
Lives within us all.
Oh, Iris is just screaming right now because she loves Halloween. Or because it's her bedtime and her mom is in the next room talking loudly.
The scariest of
The
things.
scariest. Yeah.
Halloween spooky.
I thought it was the Autumn Specter.
The Autumn Specter.
What about you, Hal?
I would say I patiently wait out Halloween.
For Christmas?
And then at midnight, the Christmas music starts on November 1st. That's my time. The rest of the time, it starts now in July or whenever it starts, and then we have Halloween season, and it's great. And I'm exceedingly happy for anyone who really enjoys Halloween, but I've never been someone who went to parties. I don't drink. I like candy. I used to like going and getting candy, but I didn't like trying to figure out what to dress up as. It got lazier and lazier as I got older.
Like trick-or-treating?
Yeah. I mean, just like what I was going to wear.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, what is the minimum effort that I can put out for this and still go get candy? And then just so like, there's nothing about it that grabs me particularly. It's not, that's not my flavor of ice cream is what I would say, but I'm happy it exists. And I love, we have friends, Jennifer and I have this couple who used to live near us, and we would go to their house because they wanted to be the house in the neighborhood that handed out full-size candy bars.
Oh yeah, that's a good reputation to have.
Great reputation. And so we would go there, and Jennifer would want to hand out the candy, and she would be so excited. She would head down their driveway. You could see her looking, and then she'd come running back and go, "Yo, they're coming! They're coming down the street now!" And she would be so excited to hand them candy, like the greatest thrill of her life.
That's so cute.
For that reason, I enjoy it very much. We don't get trick-or-treaters here.
Oh, really?
So I'm in a little gated community. Yeah. A little teeny tiny gated community. So there are no kids.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I don't get trick-or-treaters in my apartment, but I do give all of my neighbors a little Halloween gift bag. And for the mail carriers, I put out snacks. Like little candy things, for them, you buy I love Costco. Okay.
Sure.
Any excuse that I have to celebrate and thank my delivery people, because there are many, because it makes me feel good to get packages. It's like little presents. It's like a tiny Christmas every day. So around Halloween, I do a Halloween themed thing for them. But I love all things spooky and scary, similar to Cecil Palmer. I also love a haunted house, but I love horror movies, just like Cecil Baldwin, which is one of the reasons we connect as friends, because we like it spooky. So Cecil and I have watched many a spooky movie together.
Well, that's interesting that you bring that up, because this is a little background for this episode. This episode was written by Jeffrey, and the inspiration is classic horror films, classic horror tropes. And Jeffrey used to not like the horror movies.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic in like May of 2020, he was looking for some connection, and he was like, "Cecil, why don't you try to get me into horror movies?" And that was the genesis for the Random Number Horror podcast that the two of them make together, where they watch horror movies and talk about them. So this episode was inspired by that Jeffrey's journey to find appreciation for horror films.
And I'm glad he has. Plus, I have been on that show a number of times. I am the resident vampire expert. We talk about vampires a lot anytime I'm on that show. And it's a super fun time. I just like talking about horror movies and and it's really cool because Jeffrey has such an interesting perspective on it, So it's a really great podcast. If you don't listen to it, get it on the rotation, baby. But as far as Night Vale, I mean, it's kind of a regular episode as far as there's community calendar and there should be traffic, but it's missing. But that's because of the Autumn Specter.
Yeah, that it does make it feel a lot more classic. It's that monster of the week.
Yeah.
Something weird is happening, then it resets at the end.
Yeah.
And I love the twist on all of the ghost stories that I remember from childhood. The Green Ribbon in particular, like, oh yeah, I remember that one.
Well, I remember that one. Yes.
Yeah.
All of these are very familiar, spooky stories that would be told around a campfire or at a sleepover or, you know, anytime anyone shines a flashlight under their chin. These would be the stories, but then they have a little turn on the head. Like in the first one about the babysitter, that's a classic story. It's basically the calls coming from inside the house. There's some iteration of that. And I still, while in my heart, when I heard the stories starting, I'm like, they're not going to go through and tell the actual story as is. There was still all this tension that was built up in each story. So I'm like, I know it's going to have a funny twist on it. And I knew that was going to happen, but I still was like anxious throughout it. Like, also, it really does scare me thinking about someone being in your house without you knowing.
Sure.
Yeah. Or
that is a huge phobia.
yeah. And I remember babysitting when I was like a teen, and it was always so scary.
Yeah.
Because you're like alone in someone else's house and like you're in charge of these kids and you're 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Child labor laws. No, I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, Cecil does a great job of telling these stories. We get Cecil Baldwin ghost story voice, which I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the way he tells a ghost story. I think that's great.
The Crypt Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving hardcore Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, it was just a really great all around episode with these stories. And then, of course, the hilarious trope of killing an intern who's already dead is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's great.
From what, 1845? Is that right? Is that the year? Or 1846?
1845, yeah.
1845, yeah.
James. Poor James. But I don't know, like, also that every time he was like, James, what are you doing standing there with that burlap sack over your head? And I'm like, that's not normal, Cecil. I was just like in my head, like, don't do it. Don't fall for it. Because, I mean, if someone's in there looking like a spooky burlap sack head or a jack-o'-lantern face, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's my intern. That's always that trope of being like, oh, so-and-so, don't be so silly when they're like wearing a mask and then it's not them. It's actually a slasher murderer person.
No.
Can't trust them. Can't trust nobody. Not around Halloween.
Generally somebody with a burlap sack on their head, no matter what time of year. This is just a safety tip for everybody out there who listens.
Safety tip.
That's a bad
Uncle
idea.
Hal.
Do not engage. Yeah. Yeah. If there's a bag on the dome, there's nobody home. And you should go to Nome, Alaska, far away from them, unless they're in Nome, Alaska, in which case you should leave Nome. Works either way.
You should.
Hope you remember that, because I don't.
I did ride yourself right out of there.
I did it yourself.
And then you could use a burlap sack to keep your face warm. Maybe that's what was happening.
Will the circle be unbroken if you have no ski mask?
Mm-hmm. Use a burlap.
A burlap sack is the task.
Yeah.
See, it's conflicting advice.
Wait, no.
Because you have to insulate your head from the cold.
It was 2020. And remember when everybody was making their own masks? Maybe this was their attempt. They're like, let me just cover the whole dome. That'll be like safer.
I still, when I'm in like a masking situation, I do get mask envy if I think somebody else's is cooler than mine.
Oh, really?
I don't think I've ever had like a cool mask. Like the ones that have like the valve on one side. Those are so cool. All mine have it in front. So like just a normal.
Looks like a snoot.
I look like my face looks like a fire hydrant.
I was gonna say, isn't it?
It's a problem. In a way. I guess if I'm like rinsing my mouth out and I spit, I'm very much like a fire hydrant.
Or if you're puking, like a lot.
That part.
Or if I'm a puking. Don't
be rebuking.
You better not be duking.
If you don't want to be duking, won't puking.
Don't be duking when somebody's puking. Ooh. Ooh, this went off the rails fast.
Yeah.
We're only 15 minutes in, guys.
The Autumn Specter.
Okay, of the 3 stories, the babysitter one, the Bloody Mary one, and the Green Ribbon one, of the classic stories, which one is your favorite one?
Okay. The babysitter.
Like the actual versions?
Yeah.
The original?
OG.
Okay.
Bloody Mary used to scare me a lot as a kid. The Green Ribbon Lady also used to scare me a lot too. I'm also not a person who likes horror, just because I get real scared. It really stays with me. But it is sort of a tie for me. I think the reason why I find the Green Ribbon Lady so scary is because you don't know she's a ghost until the end, and so it's like among you as just like a normal girl. So it just like makes you question everything you've ever known. Is that like, could any of these normal girls just be dead? That I know. So I think I'm going to go with that one. That one scared me the most. Although, but Bloody Mary is tough because it's like this thing that you can do. Like I definitely would not go do Bloody Mary in my bathroom right now. It would make me afraid.
Never, not once. Would I ever do that? I don't think that shit is funny. I don't like any of that stuff. Like I believe in magic and all sorts of stuff. So I'm not taking any chances, mama. That's the truth, Hal.
I believe you.
And I'm a black woman. I'm going to be the first one to die. I'm not doing that.
That's statistically in a horror film.
I'm not watching some stupid movie where you're going to die in 7 days. I'm not staying in the house where I heard a creaky sound. I'm not going deep in the woods.
You're not going to go check it out?
No. If there's a sound in the basement, I'm not going to check nothing out.
Guess your house is broken. Bye.
I'm leaving. I'm burning down the house and I'm leaving.
Off to Nome. Yeah.
I have been, the police are actually after me for a bunch of arsons, but look, it's because I either saw a spider or a ghost. And I think that's fair. You can write that off.
Then it's not arson. That's self-defense.
Hello?
Mm-hmm. Yes, hello. Oh, wait, I got to get phone calls coming from inside the house. That one's pretty scary because it makes you afraid of the phone ringing afterwards. That one's like real. But the Green Ribbon also scared me. I also don't like horror films because I don't like being scared. Yeah. But sometimes I will watch them. Like there are some that I love. I love the original Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Some of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I think Freddy vs. Jason is the movie that most delivers on the promise of its title, like more than any other film with a title. It is the one like, yep, you're going to get exactly what you expect when you pay for your ticket to this movie.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah. But like, I don't know that I believe in any of that, but it will still scare me. You can be scared enough to believe in anything for 30 to 120 seconds. And that's all it takes to get you real scared.
So you think the babysitter one or the Green Ribbon?
The Green Ribbon one sticks with me more. Yeah. Like, oh, her head's gonna fall off because she's a ghost, or she's hiding a gash. Is it her head? It's keeping her head.
Her
on,
head falls off. Yeah. Which, how is a ribbon holding her? What kind of ribbon is it? Is it some sort of adhesive?
Some good one, like a real thick stack one from Joanne Fabrics.
Yeah, because, okay, wait. Yeah. She goes through all this time living in the sky, like, whatever. Because in the story, they get married, right? Or they're together for a certain
I thought they were on a date. When it was told to me, they were on a date. They were like kissing in the car.
In the car.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, don't take she's like, first of all, everything over the shirt. But second of all, don't take the sash off. And he's like, is there a Gifts of the Magi where he's a vampire? Because that'd be pretty good. I gave up my fangs to stitch your neck. Oh, I gave up my sash to get you extra fangs. I don't know. It doesn't work. It didn't hold up. It was an idea I had in my head. I shouldn't have said it out loud. But now it's in this podcast. You know what? Just you have to deal with it, person listening.
Flesh it out. We can flesh out that.
Not everything needs to be, does it?
That's it.
Sometimes you hear it and go, oh, you're at the dead end. You just got 4 walls around you and then another one slowly coming up behind. You've boxed yourself in.
I'm just trying to encourage you, Hal.
I appreciate it. I'll spread my wings and fly out of the box. How about that?
It's the friends you make along the way. You're on your way into the box,
It's the journey is the destination.
Exactly. And you live,
Thank
laugh,
goodness.
love, and
Yeah. By the way, to throw a plug in here, just because it's appropriate to this episode, Ben Acker, who is one of the co-creators of the Thrilling Adventure Hour, wrote a book in 2022, or that came out in 2022, called Stories to Keep You Alive Despite Vampires, which is a young adult horror anthology with a series of twists on ghost stories and then original stories that have that kind of scratch this similar itch. So if you enjoyed this episode, that might be a book to check out that you would also enjoy. Because it reminded me of that. It made me think of that, even though it predated the book. This episode did, but it reminded me of it. Especially I do like the fact that the phone calls coming from inside the house are just the two kids prank calling.
I love that. That relieved me greatly. Also, the part where she was like, when they were like, it's the police, we are tracing the call, blah, blah, blah. I was like, wait. And it was like, why? Like, I never called the police, so what? And I was like, oh no. That freaks me out. That when people trick you, I don't like that.
it's a pretty common. Yeah, it's another pretty common horror movie trope. Is that either help has been called or help hasn't been called? I think the best use of that was in Get Out, where the cops roll up and you're like, no.
Yeah. There's a ton of stressful stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, just when that girl is drinking milk, just gives me the heebie-jeebs. And when you realize that you're like, she's in whatever, all of it. Mm-hmm. I love horror movies. They stress me out, but I love them. And maybe by the time you all hear this, The Substance will have won an Oscar or two.
Oh, yeah. Maybe so.
Because Demi Moore, fingers crossed, she's up for Best Actress. I'm really happy for her. And that movie was really good. I will say that it is some of the most intense body horror I've ever seen. And
yeah. I
am not a terribly squeamish person, but it gave me the a couple of times. But and then there was parts where it was relieved by kind of comedy, but in a way that you're just disturbed. It was lovely.
I want to watch it, but I'm not a big body horror person.
Demi Moore is stunning in this movie. I
bet Margaret Qualley too, right?
Margaret Qualley is great. Yes.
Were they both nominated?
Margaret Qualley is. I don't know if she would be supporting. I know they just won Critics' Choice, Best Actress and Supporting, but I don't know if she got the Oscar nom. But Demi got the Best Actress one. That's really where I was focused. I hadn't really paid attention.
Sure.
Anywho, I love a little spook. Also, okay, one little reference that I enjoyed very much is a couple of the times when, especially at the end, when Cecil says, "Good night, Night Vale," he was really channeling the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt. Mm-hmm. And if you've ever watched that show, listeners, you'll know he's a kind of ghoulish sort of skeleton thing. But my favorite thing is that he's like,
yeah, because he's a puppet. Yeah. He's kind of shaking. He's shaking and moving.
And I know you can't see it, but I did the thing. And his head shakes. And Cecil and I do that to each other. All the time. So if we're ever on tour and you have scooters in your town, like those little Lime scooters or whatever, you may see or hear, you'll more likely hear me and Cecil scooting through the town. That's literally what we do. We did it all through Germany. It was disturbing. It was really fun.
You would rent scooters and pretend to be the Crypt Keeper on scooters.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
We're very mature adults. Okay.
Did Disparition ride the scooter was my question, and now I'm going to get the story. Thank you.
Okay. He did ride the scooter, but he if you don't know this about John Bernstein Disparition, he is like a baby deer just learning to walk. He's so tall, his little legs can't support his weight. His depth perception is off. He's very unstable on his feet. And put him on a thing that's like rolling. Oh, it was a time, girl. We took it really slow. I really felt like a mom because I was like holding him like up on it and kind of like running like behind him. And I was like, okay, just like press down on the thing and just balance. You've got it. And his knees were bent and he was like shaking. I was like, it's okay. And I was like, I'm going to let you go. He went. We were in, where were we staying? I want to say it was like München, like the Europe before. And he was like on the thing and he was like shaking. I was like, you can do it. But it was like this kind of like cul-de-sac fountain area. And he was just going around and around. And then he got it and he was able to go a little bit faster, but he had the training mode on. It was very cute. You can't go over 7 miles an hour. Mode. You can't go over 7 miles an hour.
You can't go too slow. You'll fall over if you go too slow though.
But 7 miles an hour is faster than John can usually go.
Okay. Fair enough.
As a person on his own steam. So it was challenging. Look, baby steps, but he could do it. Now, I think it makes him very nervous and he's white knuckling it the whole time, but he did it. It was really cute. I think I have video of it somewhere. Actually, I know I have video of it. I'm going to send it to you.
Patreon bonus content. Disparition on a scooter.
It's literally so funny. Oh my God, I cannot wait to dig this up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you guys were in Germany because they have universal health care. So.
Oh, no. I would have had to put like elbow pads and knee pads and all that shit on him.
Yeah, it's a consideration. Don't be doing that shit in the States. I saw a lady on one of those scooters the other day. I was in downtown LA. And there's like that one hill section. And she was like trying to go up the hill on the scooter, but it's like a very steep hill. So she was just like crawling. I was like, there's no way you're going to be able to go. You're going to tip. She didn't, but it was just very funny to see.
When you're going up a hill like that, the scooter starts making weird sound because it's like, it's trying so hard. If you have a low horsepower car, you know exactly what I'm talking about, that your vehicle has to struggle so hard to get up a hill. So imagine a scooter that's powered by Duracell batteries, basically, to push up a hill, like, especially if you weigh more than like 4 pounds, like it's a challenge, and that thing is working. I love it. I love scoot life. It makes me happy. If they weren't so dang heavy, I'd tote one around with me when I travel, but not gonna happen. Not gonna work here.
Yeah. Symphony, did you say which one you found the most scary? Did I miss that?
No, I do think the babysitter one is the scariest one for me, just because I'm scared of the dark, but I'm scared of the dark inside because you never know where people could be. Like, especially, and I'm thinking this house is like at least 2 floors, right? Because she has to keep running upstairs. And the room, especially when you're babysitting or house sitting or anything like that, there's rooms that you just don't go in, right? You don't know who's in there, what's in there. And if this shit was happening, no, I'd be like, kids, come downstairs. Kids, I'm going to leave. Kids. I'm not going up there to check on them. You better respond.
Bye, kids. I've left. I'm the one calling now.
That's right. Yeah, I find that very scary. I would also be scared of the green ribbon lady, but because that one has stuck with me since childhood. But I think it's honestly like, I'd be like, why do you have a green ribbon? I'd be asking too many questions if I was living.
Yeah.
Those are just, interesting stories. How do we all know that story?
There were books that came out. They definitely got put into books, but also they got passed on. Like, I think you just heard, like, We're of a generation where you would just hear stories plays. You didn't have an internet to look on them, so they would get passed around. So the stuff that's scary just keeps making it from generation to generation. The good stuff stays. There are probably some crappy ones that went to the wayside.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like a lot of those things, even like the hand clap games, like, or like any of those, any of those like type of things, like rhyme, like nursery rhyme, basic things. Have you noticed like some of them like are slightly different depending on like what region you grew up in or whatever, like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or like freaking any of the like Miss Mary Mac. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
So things like that, like there might be things that are slightly different, just like the green ribbon thing. Like I feel like I didn't hear it as the green ribbon. I just heard it. She had a ribbon around her neck or something. Or like, we're not sure if it was just a date or if they had gotten married and she wore it the whole time. And then, that sort of thing. But it's one of those things that's like, it's like old school storytelling, right? Passed down through
it's folklore.
Right. And that art of folklore has been there for so long, and maybe it'll be slightly different from family to family or teller to listener. It's like generational telephone.
Is there a folklorist out there who's a listener who would like to write it? I feel like folklorist is such a job for someone who listens to Night Vale.
Yes, we've got to have at least, we've got to have several folklorists.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Let us know. We're here.
Check in, folklorists.
Folklora. That's my drag name. Folklora.
Folklora Palmer.
Folklora.
Folklore or folklorin? Which one's funnier? We'll figure it out. Write in. Let us know.
You vote.
Yeah. Let us know.
Which one is funnier? But the Autumn Specter itself is a spooky thing that's going to come and suck your soul away. I was hoping for something closer to the Great Pumpkin, but, the Autumn Specter will have to do for our spooky. And as far as Night Vale goes, that is their folklore, right? The Autumn Specter. And that's kind of fun. Just another holiday that we're finding out more about in Night Vale.
Yeah, I love that. I love when we find out more about the rich folklore of Night Vale. I think,
Exactly.
I love that. I love when we find out about rituals that you never knew existed that, like, of course you knew. That Cecil's was just like, well, this is obviously this way. I love being when stories are told that way. It's like, of course you knew this. This is just, it's like this big fanciful thing, this big weird thing is just treated as so commonplace, which is, I guess, the crux of the Night Vale world. But it gets me every time. Pulls me right back in every time.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, Welterweight by Nels Andrews. Yeah.
Speaking of folk.
So folksy.
Here we be.
Yeah, I enjoyed the song. It was really pleasant. And actually, I kind of got a little just relaxed, close my eyes sort of vibes. It'd be like something to sit on a porch and tap your foot to,
I also vibed out on it pretty hard. It was a nice break. It was a nice break in this story. It's one of the things I love about the weather is that you can be in the middle of this, of any story, really be deeply into it. And then you come out of it and just have a whole different experience. Have a song that you've never heard before.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good job, Nels. Good naming.
By a person
Nels'
named
parents.
Nels, which is a name you can have. So much like. Yeah.
Nels.
Nels.
Where's Nels from? Are they American or?
Nels is American.
Okay.
Yeah, Nels is currently residing in Santa Cruz.
Oh.
At least the last time they updated their website, they were in Santa Cruz. He was in Santa Cruz. He used to live in Taos, New Mexico. Oh. He was born by the sea. What does it say? Although he was born by the sea, it wasn't until he moved to the desert that Nels began writing songs. And then he ended up back at the sea because now he's in Santa Cruz. He has lots of music that you can find on his website or on his Bandcamp. And you should, if this is the kind of thing you're into.
Yeah.
Go be into it.
Heck yeah. Wait, what is a welterweight? That's like
lighter weight boxer. It's featherweight. I think it's feather then welter.
Featherweight. It's a lighter weight?
Yes.
Okay. Are there only 3? Feather, welter, then heavy?
There's flyweight, featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, and then middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight, super heavyweight. So if you're welterweight, you're weigh about 100. So
how many pounds?
Flyweight is like 115 pounds because you have to make weight, right?
Right. I know.
Then
yeah, they weigh you.
And do you have to be exactly that weight?
Yeah. You got to like cut weight or bulk up.
There's a range, right? No,
because you're supposed to fight people. I think you're supposed to fight people that are like this. I think you're supposed to be in the. Well, I guess so.
That's what I'm saying, like 115 to 120.
Yeah, right. Like you're a bloating situation away from ruination.
There's also bantamweight. Like, say there's say your welterweight's about 147 pounds. At 140 pounds, you're super lightweight. At 154 pounds, you're super welterweight. So I guess if you were anywhere from 141 pounds to 153 pounds, you would be in the welterweight class.
Okay.
Would be my guess. But I don't know.
I'd be in the super sexy weight.
But you know what could either help you make weight or hurt you from making weight?
Is it delicious and cheesy?
It's delicious and cheesy and doughy and crusty. It's a FanZone Calzone.
Yum.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today, I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
All right, first up in the FanZone Calzone, we hear from Jeffrey, not Jeffrey Cranor, but I wish Jeffrey Cranor wrote into the FanZone Calzone. But this is just another Jeffrey.
Can you imagine?
Dear Hal, Symphony,
You
and
might not
Meg.
be a fan.
It's me, your friend, Jeffrey Cranor. Remember that time I wrote this podcast that you're talking about? Okay, this is another Jeffrey. All right, other Jeffrey writes, I'm writing to you, narrating really having slipped on ice and broken my hand on 1/20/25. I'm so sorry. Having just listened to Night Vale 175, the October monologues, and your episode on Radio Jupiter. Both have crystallized why I listen to Night Vale, because I don't feel like other people, and Night Vale is a town unlike other places, full of people unlike other people, which no doubt is part of why I love Night Vale. And the fandom full of people who feel the same means for once I'm not alone. I didn't have the same experience as a lot of people during the dark time that was 2020 because I willingly went to work home improvement retail to stay employed when factories that relied on lots of people working within feet of each other shut down. I remember episodes like Radio Jupiter and the October monologues being a brush of warmth and like-mindedness during that time of demanding customers who wouldn't wear a mask and treated me like dirt, even if bags of dirt was what they'd come to spend money on. Night Vale opened my horizons to new music like the Mountain Goats, Danny Schmidt, Carrie Elkin, and Aaron McKeown. Hooray, fellow from Virginia. I've been to see your show, The Haunting of Night Vale in Cincinnati, Ohio, and The Attic in Louisville, Kentucky. Stay beautiful, Symphony. Love the cat ears. And unless life finds me destitute, I will be there to see everyone as long as you keep doing it. Love you all, Jeffrey. P.S. Enclosed is pictures of my cats, Monty, Earl, and Cecil. And I can present these cats to you. But they're very cute, these cats, and they seem to really like each other. They're really cute. They're all gray. There's a tabby, and then there's like two little gray ones.
I like their ramen pillow that they sleep on too.
Yes. They look so sweet.
Cats.
Jeffrey, your cats are approved.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry you fell down.
Yes. Heal up.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're injured.
And hopefully we'll come do a live show near you soon.
And you'll be able to clap free.
Yeah. How about that? How about if your hand's all healed, you can clap for us at the show?
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to boo. Those are the rules. We don't make them.
Yeah.
They just follow them.
Please don't boo.
Well,
I'll die.
oh no. Do you have Tinkerbell disease?
Yes.
Oh no. This is a
You have to
huge
clap
revelation.
for me or I'll die.
Oh my goodness. Well, while you're still with us, Mary writes, "Good morning, Meg, Symphony, and Hal. I actually discovered Welcome to Night Vale in the past 6 months. I've listened through twice, and I'm on a third listen through now. I also started Good Morning Night Vale, and I absolutely love you guys and everything you have had to say about the show. I'm listening to one of my favorite episodes, The Autumn Specter. I love how the stories of the babysitter, when a stranger calls, or in this case, when a boy calls, and the green ribbon were twisted to where it sounded right up until the end and took a light twist of dark stories. Very Night Valian. Night Valian, maybe? It's a spelling thing. Let me explain, listener. Valean versus Valien. You decide. I probably would go with the first one, but you do you. Mm-hmm. I felt nostalgic listening to the Green Ribbon story because I'm in my 40s and I remember reading scary stories to tell in the dark as a preteen. Love you guys, and I eagerly await new episodes of both Welcome to Night Vale and Good Morning Night Vale. Mary Fouquet? Smith. Thank you for writing in, Mary.
Merci,
Smith.
Mary.
Merci, Mary.
Merci beaucoup, Mary.
A bientôt.
Up next in the Calzone, we have Mariah. Mariah writes, to the esteemed tri-hosts of my favorite non-food food podcast.
Yeah.
It has been 0 days. Sort of. Sorry, not sorry. My boyfriend was recently diagnosed with cancer, and he's gone down rabbit holes of different kinds of treatment options. One of those rabbit holes made me think of the anonymous poop lady. I hope she's doing well. Same. I hope she's doing well as well. Did you know that poop transplants are a thing? I did know that, Mariah. I did. Poop from a healthy person with good bacteria is taken and mixed with a saline solution and then filtered. This is then put directly into the sick person's colon. Apparently, if the donor has anxiety, they can give the receiver anxiety. Whoa, I didn't know that. It made me wonder if the APL has dealt with any of those kinds of poop-related procedures. I felt the need to share this nugget of information with you as soon as I heard about it. I really don't know how I feel about the whole thing. I really enjoyed listening to you three chat about Night Vale, and I'm looking forward to the RPG that's coming soon. It's gonna be awesome. Mariah. P.S. I only mentioned my boyfriend's diagnosis to give context about where I came across the info. He's a data analyst and researches everything. It is pancreatic cancer, and it seems to be a super rare kind as well. There's nothing usual about this man. He is a unicorn. That's a cow and a unicorn put together. He has an affinity for cows, and he is one of a kind like a unicorn. Well, Mariah, I hope your boyfriend recovers well. And, that poop transfer, I guess that's what it's called. It's not called that, but you know what I mean.
I think it's called a fecal transplant. That's what I think it's called.
We have her.
Happy to help.
Thank you. Thanks, Meg. The fecal transplant, we hope that works for him too. The world in science is full of mysteries, and I think we need to follow the science. So, best of luck to everyone.
Absolutely. And I know you wanted me to weigh in on this, so here we go.
Yeah.
I think that what this proves beyond anything is that there are times where sharing your duty is a positive thing that can help people, like in the case of a fecal transplant, and other cases, like when you're having water put into your bunghole when you're just on a table at the mall, and somebody's sitting there. Yeah, and somebody's sitting there reading Parade magazine because they have to monitor the room, and then you gotta tight knee it over to the toilet in the corner to finish your business. That probably is not a time to share, and I think the science bears that out. Thank you, APL, and thank you, Mariah, and best wishes for a speedy recovery.
You know what?
I was
Meg
right.
and I are sitting here, arms crossed, shaking our heads because Hal can't. This is the only joy you have in your life, Hal.
That's right. I have an empty, shallow, hollow life, and discussing the higher points of colonics is all the only thing that puts a smile on my stone face, and you want to take that away from me. What really this is about what we're saying about you, not what we're saying about me, I think.
Yeah, I want to strip you of all your joy. I want to strip you of your joy.
No, you can't do it. I'm going to keep talking about it. It's been 0 days. It's been 0 days.
I like that my
0
impulse was to
days.
correct you when you said it was at the mall. And then I was reminded that it was actually at somebody's house, which I think is worse. It's worse than the mall.
Oh, it's worse?
Yeah.
Oh, where are you going? The mall? Nope, Diane's. She's got a table in there in her house in the basement.
It was not in the basement. It was ground level.
Now
We
I have
did not.
questions. Now we're going to talk about it.
No, it was ground level.
It
we
wasn't.
could see
It
outside.
wasn't one of those because like in the at least we had this a lot in some areas of Philly, like the Philly suburbs, like where a dentist or a doctor would have a home practice, and it was like a split level. So you had the house, and then the bottom level that would be. It's not a basement. It's not really under the house, but like just the way a split level is built.
Yeah, it was like that.
The lowest level are the offices. Was it like that, or was it just like this used to be my dining
outside.
room?
No. It was like it
was
would be
outside?
like the back.
Not outside.
Yeah, in the bird feeder, Hal. Jesus. No.
It finally all comes together.
It was
And
just
they're
like-
admit it.
Like washing themselves.
A house. We went around the back.
Sure, of course.
Around the back.
Sounds bad.
Sounds bad. And then there was like a living room office situation. And then there were the procedure rooms.
Large, beautiful windows looked out on a combing garden.
Mm-hmm.
And then the procedure rooms.
Yeah.
The
With the
procedure
machine-
rooms.
With the
They had
table.
the machines. Yeah.
How large of a house was this? Was it a big house?
No, it was probably like I would say 1,500 square feet, not a large home. Yeah.
My house is 1,575 square feet.
You could run a colonic business out of your
Yeah.
house.
Wait. I wonder if this room. Neither of you have been over yet. You have to come over. We'll fix that. I wonder if you'll have to tell me once you've been here. Would the room I'm in now, my office / dream studio, would that be one of the rooms?
Is there a
Would it be
toilet in it,
treatment
Hal?
procedure room?
Is there a toilet in it, Hal?
I mean, depending on how loose your definition is, yes. Depending on how strict your definition is, no.
I will say that the procedure rooms, it did each have their own toilet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. Of course it did. What magazines were out in the living room? Just name one magazine, please. And then
We
I
didn't
promise
read
I will
any
drop it
magazines.
until
I didn't
next
read any
episode.
magazines, no.
But I
No.
know, but what was out?
I don't think there was. I don't
Audubon
remember
Society?
there.
This was a while ago.
No.
This
It was
is
a
what
while
was
Quantum
this?
Mechanics?
Pre-pandemic.
2017. Yeah,
I don't remember what happened.
This show.
then.
Good housekeeping. Just name one. Highlights for children?
I
Hope
don't think
not.
there were any magazines out. No, it was just like the paperwork
Cracked?
clipboards.
Okay.
I think if there were to be magazines out, they would be like Container Gardening Monthly, or like So
Okay.
You Don't Need to Take Vaccines Weekly. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like-
Prepper's Digest?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't, Mariah, I'm sorry to hear that your boyfriend is unwell. And I
Yes.
don't think that the fecal transplant was something that he was considering. I think it was just something that he researched. But do let us know if I'm misreading that. It is part of his treatment plan. But if not, good for him, or I don't know. Best wishes over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it does sound like a research thing.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I hope the update is that there's a positive update that
Yeah.
may or may not involve a fecal transfer, but you've already given so much, and I feel like you got what you really wanted out of this letter, which is for it to really be 0 days and to try and get more. I'm working on behalf of the people
Wow.
of all of the listeners of the wonderful community around this show to get to the truth about this. And I think we unraveled a pretty major thread today. So good work, all of us.
Wow, Hal, you're a martyr. Thanks, everyone.
I'll meet you at Poop House for Good Morning Night Vale Con.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Colonial.
Stop it. Are you done? Are you done?
Is that what they say after the procedure?
You're never
Go-
I'm
quite
done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Go
You're
hold
never
it.
quite done.
I'm calling the police. Go hold a gorilla.
No.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to whatever the hell this was.
It was episode 176, The Autumn Specter.
Remember?
Horror fiction podcast.
The next episode we have is called Bloody Laws, Bloody Claws, The Murder of Frank Chen. Oh, I can't wait for this one. But until the next time, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us if folklora or folklorin is funnier. This show is powered by our patrons like Nathaniel Grubbs, Pat Lusk, Robert Marvin, Sarah Dodge, and Sarah Shearer. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Cranor, and Joseph Fink. The calzone ingredient of the week is to make sure an adult helps you sort your calzones, to check for razor blades.